Shawn is here for energy, entertainment and motivation. I'm here for the instructions. I'm Marcel and welcome to this yoga lesson today. And yeah, as every time, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm streaming live on Twitch. This is live Twitch content. So if you want to do yoga live with me, join me on Twitch. If you're watching this on Twitch, welcome. And if you have at any point questions or if something is unclear, ask me. You can write in the chat. If you like to do something else or something in particular, if you want to stretch something in particular, ask me. I probably will be able to help you. And yeah, just have a good time practicing with me. And please come to a sit first. We're sitting down on our pillow. And today, as we're going now for 1.5 hours, before we did 45 minutes, 2 times, we're going now for 1.5 hours. We can make the lessons better, way better than before. We can have a good start, we can have a good ending, we can stretch a little bit after the high point of the class, so the real kind of like the spectacle of the class, if you want to say so. And we can also warm up a little bit better than, I mean, we warmed up always good, but just the ending will be not like finished, but it's going a little bit slower down and then it finishes slowly. So if you like to write with me so that I see it right now, then you can use the chat right on Twitch. And other than that, we'll start right now, so please come to a sit. And today's topic is listening. We will be listening a lot to our body. So let's do that. Let's do that. Sitting down on maybe some books or a sitting pillow and really finding a good sit. And from there, we're just sitting a little bit, finding length and start listening to the body. So if your sitting feels uncomfortable, always you're allowed to change it so that it feels more comfortable in between the lesson. No problem to change it. So let's go. Deepening your breath a little. Rooting down through the legs, wherever they are right now. Rooting down through the sitting bones and getting more length to the top of the head. Feeling there's a rope attached on the top of the head and it's pulling you a little bit up. Breathing in deep. And breathing out. Good. Breathing in deep. So we're going a little bit for our wrists. We're giving our wrists some love very soon. It's like biting, it's itching me here. Okay. And get longer from the sitting bones to the top of the head. Breathing in and then breathing out, releasing. Breathing in, get longer. Breathing out, releasing. From here, just shortly, bring the chin to the right shoulder. Look over the right shoulder, breathe in deep as you can. Breathing out, changing the side. Good, make your breath as deep as you can. Go in your rhythm. Looking over the left shoulder, breathe in deep. Breathing out, coming back into the middle. Bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Breathing in deep again. Chin maybe a little bit back. Release your shoulders down a lot. And release the head forward and change the side. Left ear to the left shoulder. Breathing out, release the head forward and then lift your head up. Good. And from here, bring your hands up. Hands up, fingers are vertical. And we make fists and go up and down with the fists. Feel how it feels in your wrists right now. Just activating the wrists a little bit. Then release, shake your wrists. Interlace the fingers. Whoop, and go a little bit left and right with your wrists. Come into a balanced movement here. So the left arm is moving as much as the right arm, as using as much force as the right arm. So right and left are kind of moving in the same way. Shake your wrists again, shake your shoulders a little. Good. From here, move your shoulders forward, upward, backward, down. And maybe also put your hands on the thighs and feel how the shoulders move forward, backward. Good. And then release. Release this. And let's come into all fours directly. Whoop. And let's warm up a little bit more. So first, all fours. Make sure your shoulders are over the wrists, the hips are over the knees. What else you want to really take care is hand positioning. Hand positioning, you want to push the index finger mounts into the floor and then claw your fingers. I hope you can somewhat see it. So pushing into the floor with all the mounts, but especially the index finger mount wants to push into the floor. Also the other mounts want to push into the floor, and then claw your fingers a little bit so you can push even more into the floor. And from there, make sure your shoulders are over the wrists and arch slowly up. Breathing in deep and rounding down from the top of the head down. Go down vertebra by vertebra and arcing up vertebra by vertebra from the lower spine up. Rounding down from the top of the head down, vertebra by vertebra down, and up from the lower spine up. Great. Cat-cow here. Breathe deep, out, as you go down, and in as you go up. And today, really listening to your body. How does your body feel when you do this? And then look forward and come back into a neutral position. In neutral position, we want to check our shoulders. Where are your shoulders right now? Where is your chest right now? And maybe release your chest a little bit down, so the kind of releasing the shoulders or interlocking the shoulders behind the back. I mean, the shoulder blades should touch each other. That's what I meant. And then push out of the arms so the shoulders are leaving the shoulder socket. And then release again down, come into the middle, and release the shoulder blades onto the back. And then push out again, just to bring some awareness into the shoulders and knowing where the shoulders are right now, the shoulder blades are right now. And then we want to come into the middle, so you don't want to hang through completely down, but we want to come into the middle. And from here, we engage the left leg back and the right arm forward, and trying to keep this position as good as we can, the stability, and check that we are not completely down, so the shoulder blade is under the back, but we're somewhat in the middle, as we just trained, right? And push into the mounts of the fingers a lot, as good as you can. Breathing in deep. Get long from the back foot to the top of the fingers. Breathing in deep. And next time we breathe out, we draw the elbow and the knee together, go slow. Breathing in, coming up. Elbow and knee together. And extending again. And drawing in. Good. We're just going slow. We're not doing much, but we're going slow. We're just warming up a little bit. And releasing. Shake your arm a little. Shake your wrist. Shake your fingers. Shake your shoulders. And come forward again. And push into the mounts of the fingers a lot again. Clawing the fingers a little bit. Shoulders over the wrists. And then do the other side. Make sure you're in a good position. Back leg pushes into an imaginary wall. And then lift the left hand up. Breathing in deep. Ooh. Drawing together, elbow, knee together, rounding. Oops. And also balancing act a little. Doing great. If you fall out of it, laugh about it. You're doing good. Rounding and extending. Breathing in and out, coming together and extending. Your head is an extension of the spine. Let's go 2 more. Together and apart. Get long. And release. Shake your wrists a little bit, set back. Fingers shaking. Bring your fingers forward and up, and let's make some blinkers. So fingers together and apart quickly. Together, apart quickly. As fast as you can. Fast as you can. Imagine there's a crowd of people and you want to get somebody's attention into the crowd of the people. You only can do blinkers. Blinker. Must go really fast. Good. And then release. Shake your wrists. Good job. Come forward. Push your hands into the mat. Push the fingers. Clawing the fingers a little bit. Pushing the mounts of the fingers into the floor. And shifting your hips up into the sky. Coming into a downward facing dog. First downward facing dog today. Bring your chest a little bit up. And come more into a plank position than downward facing dog right now. So somewhere in between plank and downward facing dog. And start moving your feet a little. Pushing good into the mounts of the fingers. Waking your fingers also up. Great. And from there, bring your chest a little up, right? Get long from the heart to the fingers. Push your hips into the sky. Bend your knees a little. Chest up a little. Check with your chest. Check that your shoulders are engaged. Your arms are somewhat engaged. Your fingers are somewhat engaged. Your mounts of the fingers are somewhat engaged. Good job. Then if you know it, turn the thighs inward and back to kind of spread the butt cheeks a little bit. Find more space in the lower spine. Look between the wrists and start walking slowly forward as you're breathing out. Then bend your knees, breathe in deep, and come up. Bring your hands up into the sky. Good. Release. Just shake your hands a little bit. And from here, start jumping. Listening to your body. Closing your eyes if you like. You can just jump out of the knees if it's too much. Jump out of the knees or jump out of the heels. Or you can jump out of the foot. And what you want to do, you want to land with the feet, the toes, and then with the heels. So you really want to kind of stomp a little bit and being like a spring, like in the knees, feeling like the spring feeling, right? Like a spring. Good. And if something starts to hurt you, feel free to come out of it and just stand. If it feels good to you, release your shoulders, release the neck a lot, close your eyes, and jump a little. And let your arms shake in any kind of way they want. Let your head shake, let your neck shake. And then 5, 4, come slower, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Good. How did that feel? Shake your wrists, listening to your body, right? How it feels. Shake your wrists, shake your shoulders. And from there, get long from the hips to the shoulders, the belly and the chest long. Extend your arms by your sides and lean to the right and lean to the left. The head is between the shoulders, fixed in place. So we're leaning to the right and we're leaning to the left. Woo. To the right and to the left. Try to keep your body integrated. I think I just lost it before. Try to keep your from the hips to the shoulders integrated body, so the form doesn't change. And to the left, and to the right. Good. For me it helps to have the arms extended a lot, somewhat engaged, to feel if I'm still integrated or not. And your leg should lift on its own. So if you want to see if you're doing it correctly, you can lean to one side, grab around the belly. And if you feel that the left side is engaged a lot, if you're leaning to the right, then you're doing it correct. If you're leaning to the other side, and you will feel that the right side is engaged a lot, meanwhile the left side isn't engaged a lot, then you're doing it correct. And change the side one more time. Breathe in deep. And maybe feel how the side is engaged a lot. And change around. And also feel here how the side is engaged a lot. And then release. Great. Shake your legs. From here we're doing one of my favorite exercises, is to break the shape now that we created right now. We're breaking the shape now. Again, releasing the hands by our sides. Breaking the integrated body, right? And release the hands by the side. No muscles are activated in the hands. Engaging the knee, engaging the thigh a lot. Just engaging them. They stay in place. This means they are fixed in place, means engaging them, right? Then we turn from the belly button to the left and to the right. And we smash our hands to the left and to the right. Good. And we either look left and right with our view, or we look directly forward. Direct forward, whoops. And really make this movement, let this movement come from the belly button as much as you can. Engage the thighs and the knees a lot, so they aren't moving as much. Most of the movement is coming from the belly button. This should feel really good. Should open a lot in the spine, a lot in the shoulders, in the wrists, especially if you're sitting a lot. Super great exercise to do, one of my favorites. And release, close your eyes. And releasing, not stopping, releasing. And maybe you feel slight impulses going left and right through the body. And if you feel that, that is where the center of your body lies. From the center, shift yourself forward to your toes. Whoop. Try not falling. Try to keep the weight over the toes, then to the left side. to the back, to the right. And go one more time, circle one more time around. And the next time we are forward, change to the other side. So take your time, go to the right, take your time there, go to the back, take your time there. No need to hurry right now. The left. And forward, and go one more circle in your own time, or maybe two if you want to go faster. Whoop. And see if you can find the limit. Whoop. Before you fall, going to that limit. And maybe also release the arms down to see how the arms are going down if you're doing this. Good. Next time, so I mean they are moving a little, right, with the body. Next time we are forward, we come back to the feet, and we really push in all the weight throughout the feet, throughout the edges of the feet. Feel the toes, feel all the toes, feel the edge of the foot, the outer edge of the foot, the big toe mount, the heel, and through these points release all the weight down, and also integrate the toes. Give some weight to the toes. They can have some weight. Good. Awesome job. And knowing that from this position, we're doing all the movements that we want to do, right? And knowing that when we have a good connection with the ground, we can do these movements really good. We can take great action in our life. Good. From here, bring your hands up. Warm them up a little bit and bring them in front of the eyes as soon as they are warmed up, like 5 millimeters away from the eyes. Bring them in front of the eyes. Close your eyes. Feel the warmth of the hands emitting from your hands. It's already warm at my place, so it's kind of hard to feel for me right now. But I feel it. Then release the hands down on your skin, on your head, and then slowly draw down with your hands like rain falling down on your face. And release the arms. Good. Open your eyes again, and now again one of my favorite exercises. Bring your hands up slowly by your sides, and what we want to do is lift them up a little bit over the shoulders and get long from the shoulders to the fingers. Breathing in. Next time, getting long from the feet to the top of the head, feeling drawn up by a rope again, as in the beginning of the lesson. Breathing deep. With your next breath, expand your fingers away from each other. Breathing in deep. Only 2 more deep breaths coming. Next one coming. Get long in every part, right? But imagining now you want to hug the whole world. Breathing in. The whole world. Fingers away from each other. Get long from the feet to the head. Relax your shoulders, but extend out from the shoulders, and then next breath in, give yourself a big hug. Woo! Great. Give yourself a big hug. Hey Mint. Hey Honest, how are you? So good to see you. Release the hands and change it around. How are you doing? So great. The stream changed a little bit, right? So I think the position of the camera changed a little bit. All the things changed a little bit. Give yourself a big hug and smile. Thank you for being here, Anis. So good to have you. And also the classes are now a little bit different. They are like 1.5 hours long. I'm doing 1.5 hour stream for this. And then afterwards I'm doing an harder intensity, yeah, you will see, but I will do high intensity training. You're good? Awesome, great. How have you been otherwise in that? Ah, great, okay. I'm looking forward to that. I hope you have a good rest of the Ramadan then. And I hope your family is good with all the corona stuff. Hope you're doing great. Awesome to have you. I'm really excited. Great. So, where have I been right now? We have been hugging right now. So, what we're doing today, I took out like the easy class right now, and I made a long class. Maybe we can discuss if you want to do like only 45 minutes. We'll find a way to manage that if you're coming back. Don't worry about it. But now, for now, at least for the next week, we're doing 1.5-hour classes, and afterwards today at least I'm streaming some gaming later on. I'm streaming some Tarkov, and I'm also doing another workout. So yeah. What's exactly about Ramadan right now? Can you play computer games? Are you allowed to watch? I mean, I know it's. I mean, I knew it. I don't know it exactly. I don't know exactly. Is it with like the drinking? You can't drink throughout the day when the sun is shining? Yeah, yeah, sure. We find some, honest. Don't worry. We find some exiting points, and we'll make it like so people can join in the beginning, and then leave in the middle of the class or something like that. So that shouldn't be that much of trouble. It shouldn't be that much of trouble. But I need to figure it out. I need to figure something out. But yeah. So Ramadan is also only you eat in the evening, right? When the sun is down already, and you're also not allowed to drink, right? Throughout the day. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, I see. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I got it. I just wasn't sure anymore, so I asked you. Okay, thanks for explaining. So, we go a little bit further. Today we're going to handstand, so we're doing handstand practice. And other than that, are you good? Do you still like playing Valorant? Are you good in there? Then from there, come to the front of the mat, hinge forward, down, place your hands down, push into the mounts of the fingers, claw your fingertips a little, step back. Do you still like Valorant? That's what I wanted to ask. Bring your chest a little bit up, hips up into the sky, and walk a little bit. We're in downward facing dog right now. Should feel really juicy right now. Bring your knees down, bring the knees to the sides, big toes together. Thanks, man. Thanks for the nice haircut. I just shaved it, you know. Release the head forward, release the arms forward, shoulders away from each other. Breathe in deep. Your shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in deep. Your hands are forward. Breathe in deep into the hips. If you feel a stretch, breathe in there deeper. And then come up again. Oh, awesome, Honest. That's great to hear. Valorant will be really big. It's hard. I don't like it that much. It's just the abilities that you need to learn and everything, but Valorant will be big, I think. Shift your hips up into the sky, but they still have a lot to fix, and the game is good. They have a lot to fix, but yeah, it will be a great game. A really big game, I guess. Shift your hips up into the sky, move your legs a little bit, your chest up. And then from there, shift your heels to the left side. Feel a strong stretch through the right side body. Shift your hips back. Get long from the hips to the fingers. And then release your heels to the right side. Get long from the hips to the top of the fingers. And then come back into the middle. Come to a plank position. Shift your feet to the left. Need to take the... And then first variant, bring the leg forward. Push your hips up into the sky. Second variant, stagger the feet. Third variant, foot extended up. Drawing the belly in and up, always. In all the variants, you want to draw the belly in and up. Your hand extended. Variant 4, bring the foot in on your thigh. Try to keep the balance. If you fall out of it at any point, laugh about it. You're doing great. Great job. And this is variant 4. Extend your arm next to the ear or up into the sky. Draw the belly in and up. And release. Take a little break and change the side. You started doing YouTube? I thought I already saw your YouTube channel. That's great that you're doing more YouTube again. I will check that out. Shift your hips into the sky, bend your knees. Do you do Valorant content right now, or what kind of content do you do? Come to your plank position. Bring your legs together and then shift to the other side. Shift your hips up into the sky. Bring your left leg forward. Push your hips up into the sky. Then bring the left leg over the right. Hips up into the sky. And bring your other hand up. Ooh. Breathe in deep. This is variant 2, you can go to variant 3, leg up. Variant 4, foot in. To the thigh, not on the knee, but to the thigh. Shift your hips up into the sky, shoulders on the back. And then slowly release down. And again, come into downward facing dog. Breathe in deep, hips into the sky, right? Bend your knees a little, chest a little bit up, and breathe in deep. Still can't read it. Yeah. Reactions and just games like I started playing. You played Amnesia. Yeah, I don't like that game. That's the game that we played in the 24-hour live stream, right? And the first 24-hour live stream, right? Fun. Okay, I like that. I'll check that out definitely. And come down to your knees. Come to sit down over your heels. Shake your shoulders a little bit. Shake your fingers, your wrists. Great. Great that you're doing good. You could do some Valorant, I mean, maybe. Or why don't you do Valorant? Yeah, it's scary, right? It's really a scary game. I mean, it's not even a game, it's called an experience, right? So, no. At least, so the things that are written in the beginning, it's like, no, I don't want to do this. It's kind of already setting your mind up for the things that are coming. And yeah, back when this came out, this game was crazy, right? Amnesia, wow. So yeah, you're gonna get a new webcam. Yeah, do you see this webcam here? This is a C920, so the second webcam that I have here. It's not good. I will, because it's like always disconnecting, and until it works I have like 2 minutes or 3 minutes until it works. I kind of unplug it, plug it in, unplug it, plug it in. I need to figure it out why that is, or I change it to my camera phone, which is maybe working better afterward. Maybe working better. So there's a possibility to to connect your phone to your computer and then stream with that, but I'm not really sure if it's good, or if it's really working good, as I didn't experience that. But if you're having a good phone, you could use it as a webcam. You should maybe think about that. Maybe. And then if you do, tell me. Because I didn't try it. I just watched some YouTube tutorials and then I was like, okay, it costs a little bit. It doesn't work that well, I guess. But maybe it works well. I'm really not sure. I didn't figure it out completely. But I could use a phone right now instead of this. But I don't have a tripod for it. I don't have a phone. At the moment, I don't have a tripod for a phone. But I will get one soon. That's awesome. So let's go a little bit further. As maybe there are some people that are watching. Maybe there are really people watching and wanting to do the lessons. Oh God, I'm sorry to really talk that much right now. Let's go a little bit further. Bring your hands in and we do wrist push-ups. We do wrist push-ups and we push up through the mounts of the fingers and then we come down. And what we want to do is we don't want to lift with the hips, but we want to lift with the mounts of the fingers a lot. So pushing up and releasing, giving all the weight over the hands, over the wrists, pushing up and releasing. If you go further away, it gets harder. If you go closer, it gets easier. If you're doing it the first time, go close. If you have done it already, you can go a little bit further. And we go for around 10 first. So pushing up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Sit back, shake your wrists a little bit, shake your fingers and come forward again. Bring your hands down, push into the mounts of the fingers. And we go for a round of 20. If 10 is a lot for you already, stay with 10, right? Push into the mounts of the fingers, or if you're doing it the first time, and go again, pushing up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, release. And now maybe feel your lower arm, how it's getting warm or how it's getting a little tired. Shake your wrist, shake your fingers and go again. Let's go for 30. I tried it, but I think it's not worth it. Okay. So go for 30. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 10, 9, 8, 7, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 2, 1. And release. And shake your fingers, shake your wrists a little bit. And let's go for a finishing 10. But first, give your wrist a little bit of a movement. So yeah, honest, I tried it too. But I think there are different solutions, and some solutions are working better and others think are worse. And if you find the right solution, I think this could be really better than a C920. Pushing into the mounts of the fingers and pushing up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7. Give all the weight there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift the weight there and then push one last time up. Go a little bit slower. Up and down, slow. Good. And release. Shake your wrists. And these are the muscles that we really want to use in the handstand we are preparing for right now. So bring the hands forward on your mat. Push into the mounts of the fingers a lot. Claw your fingers a little. Shift your hips up into the sky. Bend your knees a little. And from there, start jumping a little bit up and down. Just a little bit up and down with your feet. Get long from the hands to the hips. Bend your knees and jump up and down. Jump up and down. Push into the mounts of the fingers a lot. And from there, we want to push ourselves down, right? When we jump, we want to use the same muscles that we just trained before. And this is pushing us down really hard. And we want to land softly, try to land softly, and jump up with a straight back, if you can. And if you're doing this for quite some time, you will come over the hands slowly. But if you're doing it the first time, just jump really small. It's completely fine. Just jumping small. I'm trying to keep the hips straight and pushing in to the fingers a lot. And then releasing. Bring your knees to the sides, big toes together. Yeah. So great to have you on us today. Bring your hands forward. Release the head. Breathing in deep. To the belly, into the chest. And then come forward again. So are you doing a playthrough of amnesia? Push into the mounts of the fingers again, and we're doing the same thing again one more time. Shifting your hips up into the sky, bending your knees, and getting long from the hips to the fingers. And from there, jump a little bit. Just this tiny little bit. If you're doing it the first time, completely fine. If you want to go a little bit further, jump a little bit more. But what you want to feel is like, if you're activating the muscles that we trained before with the wrist push-ups, it pushes us down. That's what we want to feel, right? Good. From there, jump a little bit, wherever you come to. Good. And land softly. Come back down, shake your wrists, shake your fingers, shake your shoulders. Whew. Great. Next thing we're doing. Great. Bring your hands forward, push into the mounts of the fingers, shift your hips up into the sky, look between the wrists and start walking forward. Woo. From there, bend your knees and stand up. Breathing in deep, get long with your arms above the head. And release your hands down in front of your chest and then release them completely. Shake them a little. Great. Good. Next thing you're doing, bring the legs a little bit outside of the short end of the mat. Push into the outer edges of the feet. Engage the knees. And from there, hinge forward. Hinging forward at the hips. This isn't meant like rounding the back like this, but hinging at the hips. So shifting the hip, the butt to the back. And then hinging at the hips. Good. Engaging the knees, engaging the outer edges of the feet a lot, the toes as well. A little. And then reach forward and down. Good. Release the head. And from there, come to the left side. Say hello to the left toes. How are you guys doing on the left side? How are you guys doing on the left? Little pinky toe, little second toe, no, fourth toe, third toe, second toe, and big toe. How are you doing? Stretch a little bit and come to the middle and change to the other side. Engage the knee here and the outer feet as well. Say hello to the right toes and then come back to the middle. Bring your hands into the middle. Push into the mounts of the fingers, claw your fingertips a little. Release the head, release the neck, and then shift all the way there and jump in, and then jump out. And we're going to do 10. If you haven't done this before, just do 3. If it's like the second time you're doing this, just do 5. Do what feels good right now. If it's too much, do a little less. But pushing into the mounts of the fingers a lot, and then jumping in and jumping out. Good. Good. When you have done 10, bend your knees a little, bring one hand up and lift yourself up. Whoop. Step together slowly. Heel toe together. No, not heel toe together, but stepping in together slowly, shaking your legs, shaking your hands. Good. Next thing we're doing, we sit just, bring your hands up into the sky. I come to the floor with my knees so you can see it a little better. So bring your hands up, push your wrists up into the sky and draw the fingers down. Draw the belly in and up. Hips, the palms pushing up into the sky and drawing the fingers down. Breathing in deep. And pushing out of the shoulders. And then releasing the arms. Shaking your wrists, shaking your fingers, shoulders. Bring your hands up again. Pushing out of the palms, drawing the fingers down. Breathing in deep. And releasing. Shaking your wrists, shaking your fingers. And from there, shake your wrists, shake your fingers. Next thing we're doing is just bring the hands in front of us. Push out from the palm. Draw the fingers back towards you. Push out of the shoulders. A lot. Good, and release. Shake your wrist, shake your fingers. Great. So we are almost prepared. But again, shake your wrists a lot. And again, remember the mounts of the fingers are really important to push them into the floor. I'm saying it again and again. But you know how it is. If some new people are coming in, they also want to know it. So shift your hips to the back, fold forward, bend your knees a little if you like. So first of all, in this folded forward position, we want to feel our hamstrings a little bit. So to do that, we shift our hips over the heels. Hips over heels, great. So if you're doing that, you're having a lot of weight over the toes, and probably your heels might also lift a little bit. Release your head, release your neck a lot. Good job. From there, bring your hands down, push into the mounts of the fingers a lot. Good. Release your head, release your neck. And if you can't quite reach with the hands, of course, bend your knees as much as you need. Push into the mounts of the fingers a lot. And shift all the weight to the hands right now. There's some space between the palms and the toes, right? And so we're shifting all the way to the fingers just to do a test drive through. All the way to the fingers and push into the mounts of the fingers and then shift yourself back again. So what we want to do is we want to shift all the weight there. Then we lift our feet and we step a little bit back. This is just quickly, right? And we draw the hands also a little bit back. Then we shift all the way to the hands again, pushing into the mounts of the fingers, clawing the fingers, right? And stepping a little bit back, just this little tiny bit. Great job. Really warming ourselves up here. Releasing the head also down. Good. When we're at the back, walk forward with the hands. Come to a plank position. From plank position, push into the mounts of the fingers again. And lower yourself down 90 degrees with the elbows. Come forward and down. And push yourself up. And think forward and down. And up. And forward and down. Up. One more time. And then next time we're holding. So think, breathe in deep. And go down, and we're holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push up. And walk back with your hands. Good job. Walking back with the hands. Folding forward. Hips over heels. Releasing the head, releasing the neck. Whew. Trying to bring the hips over the heels, so maybe a lot of the weight will be over the toes. Then bring your hands a little bit forward. Push into the mounts of the fingers. Claw the fingers a little bit. And now we're a little bit further away. So foot width distance away from the feet, the hands, and shift all the weight there. And then step in a little bit. Good. And again. Whoop. Until we are at the front. Back to the front. Hips over heels. Breathing in deep, releasing the head, releasing the neck down. Bend your knees and stand up with a straight back. Breathing in deep. Raise your arms up into the sky. The belly in and up. Bring the hands in front of the heart together. Good. Shake your arms, shake your fingers. Shake your legs a little. Great. So basically we're completely warmed up right now, but let's do something else to kind of stretch our sides. Then we go to relax a little bit, and then we go to do the main course, so the main exercise of this lesson today. And we go to do it a little bit more intensive as we have more time. Bring your right leg to the back, to the left side, and bring it to the outer edge. Then get long through the sides and shift your hips a little bit to the right. Grab on with your left hand to the wrist and stretch it above your head and lean to the side. Shift your hips to the right, arm to the left. Breathing in deep. You're doing great. Breathing in deep, drawing the belly in and up. Breathing in deep. Breathing out, changing around. Other leg to the back, to the outer edge of the feet, bending your front knee and grabbing around again. Breathing in deep, shifting your hips to the left. Good. Bring the belly in and up. Breathing in deep. Good. And release. Come back up. Shake your wrists, shake your shoulders a lot. See how it feels. Try to release a lot of tension in your spine and the neck. Good. Shaking your whole body a little. Great. So, always kind of listening to your own body, to what it needs right now. I mean, what you need right now, right? Then we're coming to the main course of our lesson today. So we bring the hands to the front of our door. Not the door, but I mean a wall. Come to a wall. Bring the hands to the wall. Whoop. And slowly walk down with the wrists. Hips over heels. Get long from the hips to the fingers, push into the mounts of the fingers a lot, clawing the fingertips a little, drawing the belly in and up. And really here you want to search to push into the mounts of the fingers, clawing the fingers a little bit. Get long from the fingers to the hips, breathing in deep. Breathing in deep. and then come up again. This is variation 1. I'll show you now 2 more variations, and for that I'm also drawing my mat a little bit closer to the wall to be able to show you the full variation of it. I just have a little picture up there that is kind of like, I'm worried about that, because if my feet touch the picture it might just fall down on me. So I hope this won't happen right now. Otherwise I really need to take away this picture, right? So why I'm moving this mat right now to more towards the wall is that I can walk closer to the wall without moving off the mat. So just to keep safe, right? So let's go for variation 2. If you'd like to join, right, you don't need to. You can do variation 1 again. So I will just show variation 2 right now and variation 3, and you can then decide if you do variation 2 or variation 3 or want to stick with variation 1. Completely fine to train in variation 1. Completely fine. There's so much to discover there. I really love variation 1 to just get long from the hips to the fingers and push into the mounts of the fingers, right? So much to discover there. Then, so extend one leg, push the hips down, see where the hips land, and then put one finger there where the hips land, and then bring your wrist to where the hips landed or where the finger is, right? Push into the mounts of the fingers, and we're doing variation 1, but this time our hands are on the floor, and our feet are on the wall. So it's just an inversed variation 1, right? Pushing into the mounts of the fingers a lot, drawing the belly in and up, doing exactly the same thing as we did before, and then releasing down. Shaking your hands a little bit. And now for the next thing we're doing, this is a little bit more intense. So we are coming into plank position, coming close with the feet close to the wall, and then we are walking up with the feet and the hands simultaneously. So we're walking in and up until we are really close. And what we want to do is we want to push into the mount of the fingers a lot. The mounts of the fingers push us down. So remember the wrist push-ups that we did before, and these will also help to keep kind of like the balance and also not fall over. If you trust yourself not to do that right now, or if you don't want to do that right now, no problem at all. Do variation 2, do variation 1. So again, let's repeat. Variation 1, hands on the wall, and draw the belly in and up, get long from the hips to the head, out to the fingers. Push into the mounts of the fingers a lot. Variation 2, exactly the same, but measure the distance with the hips on the wall. Leg extended, measure the distance, come up. Variation 1, but on the floor. Variation 3, plank, then walk up with the feet, then the hands, kind of like going up like this, right? So I'm doing variation one more time, and then I'll give you some more time to rest a little bit, and we're doing one more time again. So if you're in variation 1, hips over heels, get long from the hips to the mounts of the fingers. Breathe in deep. Great. And then slowly come up. Shake your wrist, shake your fingers. And next thing we're doing is really one more time this. But take a break, breathe deeply, shake your wrists, see how they feel, if they're feeling good. If they're not feeling good, don't take it further. If they're feeling good, maybe stay at the same intensity or go for variant 3 if you like. So I go for variant 3 one more time. And You can also choose what you want to do one more time and just take your time. If it, I give you some more time here. Yeah. Good. And then, if you're doing variation 3, make sure you walk down with your mounts of the fingers pushed down, right? So you're not hurting yourself. Great. Shake your wrists a little bit. And I quickly move the mat back to a good position. Whoop, boop, 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 boop. And great job. You did great. We're doing now some more stretches, and then we're slowly closing it, but really slowly. We have quite some time still. So from here, bring the left foot forward, the right foot a little bit back, extend the left knee. So not bending through, like not stretching through, but coming into a middle position. Bend your right knee and then hinge at the hips. Hinging at the hips, get long from the hips to the head. Not rounding, right? Not rounding like this, but hinging at the hips. Check with your lower spine that you're not rounding. If there are vertebrae pushing up, out, you're rounding. And just honoring where you are. Not thinking like, oh, look how he's doing. He's doing it so good. That's not important. It's important that you feel good. That you feel good doing it. Honoring your own practice. It doesn't matter where you are right now. But doing something good for yourself. Great. Breathe in deep. One more time. And releasing. You're doing awesome. Right foot forward. Left foot back. Get long from the front foot, long, and hinge at the hips. Great. Hinging at the hips a lot. Breathing in deep. Just check if the other side feels different. Honoring where you are today. Great. Breathing in deep into the belly, into the chest. It's all about feeling good. It's all about bringing a lot of health to the body. Breathe in deep. Get long from the hips to the head and then come up. Shake your legs a little. And we go each side one more time. And of course, if you have any questions at any point, please feel free to ask. If you have anything else you like to train, then you can also ask. And from here, bend your back leg again. Front foot is somewhat straight, a little bit bent at the knees just to protect the knee, right? Good. Forward fold at the, or hinge at the hips. Hinging at the hips is way better instead. So I'm not saying forward fold, but hinging at the hips. Breathing in deep, and the belly in. And breathe out. Come up, change the side. Other leg forward, left leg back. And hinge at the hips. Breathe in deep. Get long from the hips to the head. And release. Good. Breathing in deep. And release. Whoop. Shake your wrists, shake your feet. Shake your legs. Ooh. Release your arms, release your wrists. Great. And from here, let's come to a sit. And let's twist a little bit. My body really needs some twist right now. I don't know what it is, but sometimes just listening to your body, and especially if you start to evolve your own practice or your own yoga practice, maybe one day, who knows, then you will see that your body starts to tell you things and you should be listening to them, right? Bring your right leg over the left, extend your left leg, and if you're sitting up on something, you could also sit down on the floor, but it's harder for the back, right? If you're sitting up on something, you might want to grab my lazy trousers here or something else that is soft, right? And put it under the knee, right? Good. Then bring your right leg over and grab around with your opposite arm to the leg. Then, so left arm to the right leg. Bring your right hand back onto the back and extend long from the hips. Long, 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 long. Up, breathe in. Get long. Maybe feel a stretch already, maybe. And then breathing out, twisting. So drawing in a little bit and looking to the back and kind of moving with the belly button, right? To the right. Breathing in deep. Breathing in as deep as you can. Looking over the shoulders and releasing. And bring the other leg forward. And the leg around, grab on with the right hand and twisting. Breathing in deep. Yep. Looking over the left shoulder. And releasing again. I think I just decided I won't do the really high intensity training today because there's something in my lower back. So change again, do one more time, other side, breathe in deep. Get long from the hips to the head and twist a little. So I decided to not do the training today, the more intense training, because my body is just I think recovering from something. I don't know what it was, but maybe I did some quick movements yesterday in the yoga lesson. That was too much, so I did a yoga lesson yesterday morning. Get long from the hips to the head and then twist a little bit. And maybe the back bends were a little bit deep. So I guess my body wants to recover. There's something. And it just doesn't feel that good if I put too much pressure on the body. So sometimes the body just needs to regenerate. So this is something that the body does, like regenerating, right? So if your body starts to bleed, it starts to regenerate. So beautiful, your body. So from here, let's put our sitting pillow away for a moment and let's practice some sitting right now. So from here we want to bring one foot to the front and the left foot to the left. And imagine you're sitting on the floor. You don't need to imagine anything. You're sitting on the floor, right? And this is a great sit to sit down without anything, because we can shift the weight to the right knee. So we're shifting the weight to the right knee a lot. So we're leaning over even with a straight body. So from the hips to the shoulders, we want to have a straight body, have the body somewhat engaged. Good. And from there, we can bring the right hand down and hold it there a little bit. So to really feel the length in both sides of the body, the right and the left side. From there, we want to maybe bring the hands away or hold the hand here, lift the left leg up and bring the left leg forward. This is also a good sit, but we want to also shift a little bit of the weight to the right knee and then bring the left leg up and bring it over the right knee. Breathing in deep. This is taught by Brian King, a good friend of mine, that is doing like sitting practices. So over here we really want to also feel a little bit of the knee down still, and then we release again, come into middle position, and then back into the starting position. Good. And we really want to focus on shifting the weight from our hips to the knee. Good. So we can have this long side bodies. Then change around, bring your legs around, whoop. And we're just doing these initial practices here. And then we slowly coming back. A lot of talking was here today. So again, finding a long body from the hips to the shoulders. And from there, we release maybe the hand, or we hold it there, and we bring the leg up. We step into the middle, sit up, get long from the hips to the top of the head, and then bring it around. And again, have some weight over the knee, right? And then around again, trying to keep. So if you're keeping it, you should be there, right? That's hard. So maybe straighten it a little bit, but keep the sides as good as you can, long, and then bring it back. Having the side really long. And this is a great way to sit if you don't have anything, to just sit somewhat like this. Especially for us Westerners, or at least I'm a Westerner. I don't know what you are. Then you really can use the sitting position to sit on the floor wherever you are and feel great. Feel upright instead of really sitting in a cross-leg position where it's quite hard to bring your back up, at least also for me, to bring the back up and straight. It's hard without a sitting pillow. And I don't manage. I need to hold back and sit up straight. That's how I can manage. Other than that, I can't. I need to sit up on something. I maybe can do a little bit better. If you bring your feet down, then it's getting a little bit easier to come up even more, but I still need to push myself up there. It's kind of, I can't hold it. Good. And then release. You can also round your back. That's allowed. As long as you're doing every movement mindfully. All the movements are allowed in your body. All the movements are allowed. You're free to use your body in whatever kind of way you want, right? As long as it's intentional. You want to go there, right? If you're doing it unintentionally and you're completely rounded all the time like this, that's no good. But if you're doing it intentional, okay, I want to round my body right now. Nobody's going to tell you anything else. You can round your body. If you want to sit straight, you can sit straight. But take care of your own body, right? And let's come down. So little extras there of like what I'm thinking, right? Lay back on your back. Bring one leg up. And we quickly stretch it up. Anchor your left leg down. Grab on below the knee. And extend your top foot up. Top foot up. Your hips are anchored too. And from there, draw in. Keep your shoulders on the floor as good as you can. And pushing the toes up and then down. And toes up and then foot up. And toes down, foot down. Toes up, foot up. Toes down, foot down. Toes up, foot up. Great. And from there, release your leg down. Bring your other leg up. Whoop. Root your right foot down. Grab on below the knee. Toes are up into the sky. Foot is up into the sky. Release your shoulders down. Knees engaged. Toes down, foot down. Toes up, foot up. Just feel how that feels, right? If at any point it feels too much, don't push yourself too much, especially if you never have done this. Go less, do less than you could. Just come into the habit of like how it's feeling. And draw yourself a little bit more back. Knee engaged, foot engaged. Good, and then from there, release your leg down. Ooh. How does it feel? Shake your feet a little bit left and right, your hips a little bit left and right. And as we haven't done it for quite some time, let's come to the wall. Bring our hips close to the wall and then extend the feet up the wall. And from here, bring your arms next to the body, fingers are pointing up, and then shift your hips up into the sky. Grab onto your hips and extend the feet. You can look up to the feet. Breathe in deep, breathing out. Breathing in deep. Great. And you want to look up into the sky. You don't want to look left or right, but we really want to look up into the sky. Breathing in as deep as we can. The belly into the chest. And breathing out, releasing. Stepping down with your feet and releasing your vertebra slowly down, vertebra by vertebra, coming down to the floor. Ooh, great. Shifting yourself to one side and just lie on your side right now. Make it comfortable lying on your side and feeling how the blood flows back into your feet. Great. And from there, slowly come out. So this should be a tingly sensation. Tingly. Tingle. Like, extend your feet, bring your arms by the side, or tickly sensation. I meant tickly sensation. Your toes are falling to the sides, arms are lying by your sides, and palms are looking up to the sky. Get long. Release your neck a lot, release your tongue a lot, and just be where you are. Important is arms are lying by the sides and palms are open towards the sky, toes are facing away from each other, and just be. I will get you back to your body in around 5 minutes. And then we'll slowly close it. Just be. Deepening your breath. Start to move your fingers, start to move your toes. When you're ready, come back to your body, drawing the knees in towards your belly, shifting yourself to the left or the right side body, coming to lie down on the left or the right side, making it comfortable as possible for yourself, releasing the shoulders, releasing the neck, releasing the tongue, all the muscles released, softening your face, softening your whole body, breathing in deep to the belly, into the chest, and really listening one more time as deep as you can to your body. What does feel good in your body? Where's some pain maybe in the body? And where does it feel very, very, very juicy right now? Then breathe in deep and shift yourself up into a final sitting pose, sitting up. And release, breathing out. Bring your hands in front of the heart together. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. And I hope to see you very soon again.